What is good, YouTube? Y'all see that bottle? Let we get into Jersey Club tutorial. We doing something a little different. Y'all want to learn how to make some Jersey? Tap in with this. Well, let's get the BPM of the original track, 141. You know, you do got to do some prep work. Remember, with prep time, we got the vocals, we got the original song, the melody, the bass, and we got the drums separated. Then we're going to unwarp everything. That's why you get the original BPM of the song. Warping probably has a different name based off whatever you're using, but warping is like, if you change the BPM of your project, your tracks will follow that BPM no matter what. It will turn back on later, but hashtag trust the process. You can start a lot of different ways, but I usually start with the melody. When I'm separating stuff, you know, it's usually a song that I really know well. So, and then sometimes there's songs where the melody is just like playing by itself, like in the song. So you don't need to like separate anything. Great example is View by Shiny. Like the song starts off with just this, like no drums or nothing. So when I was remixing this, I didn't have to separate nothing. In this case, for this song, the end of the song, like when after she's done singing, if you don't care about like that hat sound that's playing, like that, if you don't care about that, you could just use this as like the main sample that you use for your remix. But I do care. Let's start with this. Get this melody on the beat. So like you can hear like it's starting like a little off the beat. This is like, once you do this is like the foundation. You need a good foundation. But after you do like these like really small things, then usually everything else is just like the more fun-ish part. So then you do the same thing with the bass. Like there's no drums playing. The whole thing, you know, Jersey Club. It is about the drum pattern, which we'll get into right now. This tutorial, I want to do like a couple ones. So this one, I want to do like the real, like, this is Jersey, like that type Jersey. That's usually around like 137 to like 150, around like that kind of BPM. Let me warp everything now since we got all the samples on the metronome. Let's go 145. Okay, so Jersey pattern itself, we got 1, 2, 3, like that. Second to last one you put on this measure. The last one you put on this measure. That's Jersey right there. Sometimes the bass that you're using, like the sample, like you can cut that up into Jersey as well. Something like that. My name is winking out. 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 So once you got this layer, you know, you can go ahead and throw some vocals now. What about glad? What I be doing whenever I want to do like I'd be calling a bounce layer. I do whatever is like the original volume, and then I repeat it, and then I lower the volume by like 6 dB, like 5 or 6 dB. So like goes back and forth like this. Paranoia. And like literally that's how it started. Like I really did know like what I would do there. I was like, oh, hold on, what if I do? Let me copy this. Whenever I do this, I like to copy things onto new tracks too. It's a lot easier to keep track of things if you make another track every time. Although like some like free softwares have like track limits. Instead of doing this, you could, remember this drum rack that I was talking about? You could put things onto a drum rack and then like play, like draw the note onto it. I might as well do that. Like something like that. But yeah, this is the crux. Is that crux? Is crux the right word? Then you start throwing in your claps, you start throwing in the vet squeaks, the what, the whips, and then you see it, you see it. Or that's why I spend like 30 minutes working out like the kicks, the melody, and the bridge. Because like at this point, it is just adding whatever you want. And then some hats. Oh, I can just put the gaps like this in the melody. Oh, yeah. Oh. Damn. Hikey don't know how well this will translate to an actual tutorial.
But tell me why my heartbeat is in a rush.
Oh wait, I forgot. That was the other thing I was forgetting. The breath loop, and we've been given one. What drum pattern should I mix with this? I was thinking some Afro beats, probably. Just hold on. This is like. Woo! I think the most fun part is figuring out how you want to arrange it. I do like to respect like how the original song flows. Like usually like I start with the intro and like stuff like that. But yeah, that was it. It was supposed to be a sample. Whenever the idea well dries up, throw a pitch change in there. Out of Jersey. Everyone say hi YouTube, hi YouTube, bye YouTube. You know, this is solid.